Hi there! It's time to use the Wyckoff lens to look at what's happening to Dogecoin and where it's heading. So if you're new to my sessions, here are the 3 key takeaways you can expect. I'll cover these 3 items. Here in the weekly chart of Dogecoin, as we always start with the bigger picture, we're still within the accumulation cycle. So after this drop on October 10th, there's subsequent decline to where this current test level is. The question is, would we see a spring, meaning the lowest point within the accumulation cycle, a point deeper than the initial selling climax? As of now, we see this white cross over here for this week. There's still 5 days and 6 hours left. This line that provided support, if you look to the left, that's where the selling climax and the second test were. Just in April and June this year. Not very far back in time. Okay, obviously there are other references, but these two are close enough to tell us why over the past 3 weeks, the price has been staying above this point. Because maybe quite a number of people think that this is where the lowest level should be by referring to these 2 points. But if you look at other cycles, other accumulation cycles, they went even deeper. So that's why I said, there's still chance for Dogecoin to come back to an even lower level. And about half of the chance is for it to trade sideways. So if you look at what happened here, it lasted for 3 to 4 weeks before it bounced back up. Okay, so this is where we hope to see the Dogecoin price to get back to somewhere around the orange key level of 30 cents. That's the initial sign of people regaining confidence. Not saying it can't come back. Look at what happened here just in July and September. That can still come down, but at least people are still willing to get in and push it back to a level that's showing some sign of strength. Okay, this we can probably take out now. That was the previous ascending trend support line. Okay, now let's get to the daily. This downtrend, this hockey table I call, this light blue channel, is where the price continues to trade within, even with today's climb. You see the past 7 days, not including today, all have been suppressed or got restrained under this slope. And in the past few days, there's another resistance over here as well. Okay, this is extended from the previous selling climax back in June this year. All right, this is also the resistance line for that particular period after the selling climax. Okay, excuse me. So the point here is we still continue to observe where the spring will end up at eventually. Okay, as I shared, one breakout timing is somewhere near middle of December if this doesn't break out any sooner. So if we look to the left, the current support that the price is finding, that is rebounding from, is at a similar level during end of June or near the end of June. The next before the blue key level of 0.099 or like 10 cents is this, the last spring back in April. Okay, before it comes down to test the blue, there are still 2 levels. So essentially there's 2 chances for Dogecoin to break out of this channel. One is this, pointing towards November 25th, 1 week from now. The other, it takes almost another week again. Okay, so in the next few days, it may gain sufficient momentum. Even if it only trades sideways, it's still getting outside of this downward channel that started back in mid-September. If not, if it continues to trade like this, the next opportunity will come near the end of this month. Alright, So that's the picture for Dogecoin. We're still within this little accumulation. I hope it doesn't get as long as the accumulation cycle back in 2002, 2003, because we are already 9 months in for Dogecoin. 252 days, yeah, a bit over 8 months, not yet 9 months. But that one over here, it's really, really long. Okay, so that lasted for over 800 days. That's not something we hope to see, but at least we are accumulating at a high level this time. Hopefully it doesn't come down for a spring like what it did summer last year.